20 exogog stats, 225 steel path. We have influence, we walk up to them and we press melee once. I already talked about the strongest weapon in Warframe, and by strongest I meant the most damage you can do in a single hit. Like one explosion of the path assist can do the most damage in the game. Of course, that's if you buff it properly, but that goes for every weapon. Today I want to talk about the best one overall. What defines the best weapon? Sadly, for most of you, what defines it is a high Riven disposition. And I mean, at least that's one of the major factors. But our weapon today got a high Riven disposition and low prices. But let's start with the evolutions. The first one gives you range once you have the 6x and you do heavy attack. Then we have some attack speed and base damage increases, health per second on finisher kill, but just pick any of these just for the damage. But here is where it shines. Increase base follow through by 60% with melee weapon equipped. So we hold our swap weapon button to go fully to the melee only. When we block, we don't aim with the primary or secondary, we're gonna block with the weapon. That's how it's supposed to be, and we get 60% follow through. That means we have no penalty for hitting multiple enemies. And I really can't stress out how important and powerful this one node is. So this defines the weapon and this makes this melee such a beast. It's like class in its own. And for the evolution number 4 we have 3 very good nodes. 30 to status chance, base status chance, 21 to base crit, or 14-14 to the base crit and status for the hybrid. But I never used this one. I either use this one for the crit loadouts, of course, but I mainly leaned toward using fully like status loadouts, full status, it's plus 30, and I'm just giving like Wrathful advance to my frames to get the crit, but roar could be even better. If you want any buffs for this, I'd suggest using Nourish, Wrathful advance or roar, mainly roar. But the reason why I have Wrathful advance whenever I use this weapon is because I had leftovers violets. I didn't have any red shards, so I didn't have for the ability strength, which would be better for the vault speed, where I mainly use the weapon. But well, this just provides me with a lot of critical damage, so I save a mod slot and I just get the crit from Wrathful advance, and I'm happy with this loadout, so I didn't really think even about changing it. But melee influence just simply triple dips the roar, that's why it's always gonna be the best pick. Here we have full status, no crit loadout with blast, but you can swap it, the volcanic edge you can swap for the toxin mod, so you can get viral. It's up to personal preference which one you wanna play, both are very good. So without any combo points, any stacks, we just go up till we get melee influence. It's like, oh, they are dead already. So yeah, but the beauty of it is that you can just press forward and melee forever and just completely destroy everything. Let's take a quick look at the crit loadout, but as you can see, all the loadouts based on having 12x combo multiplier. So I'm just gonna get the combo points real quick, then I'm gonna show you, because it would be very unfair. Since combo points, yeah, they are not like any problematic thing to gain. Look, 12x instantly. So now it counts, I guess. Let's walk up to them, one swing them. That's why I prefer using the status loadout. Let's swap back to status real quick, so we can take a look on the difference one more time. This time we're gonna get a 12x real quick here as well. Well, 9x gotta be enough, because I'm having trouble to get them alive long enough to get the swings required. So let's see till we have... oh, well, yeah. That is the status loadout with blast. One more time. And this is exactly why the base follow-through increase on the Incarnon perk is so powerful. All of them getting hit for full value of damage without any penalty from follow-through. And the range we have on this weapon, especially if you combine it with a Riven, is pretty outstanding. So look, my Panzer literally gave me 12x combo and primed everything nicely with viral all over the place. What do you think gonna happen when I press the melee swing? Nothing. And this is why melee influence is so broken. Cause look the difference once we get melee influence up. This is what does all of the difference. That's why the Rivens are so important. Mainly because they can give you an elemental and a lot of range, more than the primed mod for range. 3.6 is wild. So now let's take a look on loadout with Riven, and we have viral electric here. Pretty much the same loadout as I had before, we just have viral instead. We have Voltai, everything is pretty much the same outside of the Riven. Extra 3.6 range. There is a reason I don't use this particular Riven, but we have 12x like before now, still some melee influence, and let's... boom! Full viral prime, electric everywhere. The only problem is I get one electric proc because of the nasty minus status duration. That's why I kept buying new Rivens, because they are very cheap, and rolling them for what I really wanted. And what I really wanted is to get range, some elemental, and status chance was a nice addition, but I wanted to have only 2 positives for the most range, but this one's also very nice, and I wanted to get minus 100 plus on the slash to get rid of it completely. That's because Nami has very nice slash, but it's not very nice anymore since melee influence is a thing. And 120 on the weight means there is a lot of chance to proc slash, but our slash will not get spread by the melee influence. So getting rid of it, and getting so much status as well, leaves us with 126% chance to proc blast and 43.5 to proc electricity before we even get all the status bonuses from elementalist and weeping wounds. And this is how it looks like when you have minus 100 on slash. One swing, now we got influence. Of course it's all nothing without really having any crit on it. We have a lot of crit damage, but basically barely any crit. So look at the difference once I get the Wrathful advance. And this is loadout for my Inaros that gives no benefits to the weapon. And we're gonna use this Rivenless loadout and see the difference. We don't even have a pet, so there is no combo points from the pet, no damage increase from the pet. Well, that was before Incarnon combo points, sadly. So they already died. They are the tankiest fucks I can spawn outside of the Babao. Please at least give me the Incarnon first. Yeah, that's the problem, you know, like getting the combo points when everything is melting and you cannot really get the hits in. Look, this is literally no Archon shards, no nothing frame without any arcane for the melee. With melee having no Riven, it's pretty wild. But I can't even get my combo points on which the build is based. Like Naramon and permanent combo, and like you can clearly see what's going on. Like not having arcane strike though on this weapon is like we need some attack speed, but I guess it's fine. I think they should be... Nah. We need the combo points to proc as many statuses as we can, since the Rivenless one has slash on it, so... I mean, heavy attack just procs all the time, so you could use this. But we have influence now, nearly 12x, let's see. Completely dry loadout. I mean, you can just swing it and think not much about it, to be fair. But the power in the weapon, I understand some of you don't want to buff your weapons, but it's not how Warframe works. You need at least an arcane or anything. Like, if you want to base on your melee, give it anything, because it costs you really basically nothing. Basically what I'm using on Vault, since I have a lot of attack speed from speed, I'm using Arcane Fury for the flat damage we get, and Molt Augmented to get even more attack speed, more crit, more electric value off of the Shock Trooper. And I of course got the Archon Shards, the Violets for melee critical damage, that synergizes very well with Wrathful Advance. So then when you pair it with the loadout that has no slash, some electric, well, that's already looking beautiful, but on Vault you have that Shock Trooper electric. So you can remove this to get Spring Loaded Blade, which is extra 2 range after, status effect, which is like after the very first swing. So we have 8.28 meters like this on the range. Our Incarnon will put us on 11, and Spring Loaded Blade gonna push us to 13 range, which is just crazy. You can cover basically whole room like this. And this is also why I'm using Opportunities Reach, because we're gonna get another 3 meters on the heavy attack. So that's 16. So when you put all of that together and you have the buffs up, well, that's how it looks like. Just drive by through. I need to send warning to all of you that wanna start this build and try this build. It's very addicting, but the true beauty of it, you're gonna see in a mission. So let's go into a mission. If you're enjoying my content, remember to subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified with my latest uploads. And without further ado, let's continue with the video. And we just buff ourselves, and the mission starts with the high octane gameplay at the very beginning of it. All we do is press forward and enjoy the game. I don't think there is anything that beats that weapon in terms of like how good it is, because you can just run through forward forever and get piece load of kills, which means more loot, and overall everything better, affinity, everything. Fun as well. Like you just press forward and destroy. And it's just, you just look on the map and look for the enemies where they spawn. Because you're killing them way too fast for them to actually spawn. They can't overrun you in survival mission. Because you are the one who overruns. Like, you have to chase your enemies the entire time. Look what is going on. Like, the fact how fast it kills is only easy seen on the map. If you look on the markers, how they disappear. Look. You see this? Like, I don't know how can I stress it. Like, okay, I was fan of thrown weapons because they do shitload of damage in single hits. But this is something else, to be fair. Like, you can just slap the circles around there, not even look what's going on, press the melee button down, and enjoy the game. That's all it takes. Like, you have spring-loaded braid, you cover the whole room, and I done a couple of level caps with it on Cascade, and I was rounding people up in the kills. I don't think you can go better. Like, if you just want to have fun, this is something for you. Like, look how hard they just flopping around. How many kills? I got 300 kills already. Like, what else I can say? I thought thrown weapons like Zoris can kill faster, but there ain't no way. Because with Vault, you also manage to, like... That's why I use it with Vault. Because he's fast, and I can run towards their spawn. Like... All you need is Arcane Strike, really, but Vault can just get the movement speed as well, so you can chase them, since they need to spawn, yeah? Like... I wonder if we can get, like, 1k kills here. They don't seem to be spawning that fast, so I'm afraid I'm gonna end up, like, under 1k. But 1k in 5 minutes should be doable. They just gotta start spawning properly. Because I have nothing to kill. Just imagine if they... Like... And the stance as well, it gives you quite a freedom of movement. I tried it with dual icons, but it wasn't like as free to move. I tried it with polearms, but this just simply has insane disposition on Riven, insane Incarnon perks, the status is wild, the range, the everything on that weapon, and the fact it has full follow through. So yeah, nothing really can beat it. I even forgot to buff it, because yeah, everything's just flopping anyway. Just look at that. Dead. Look, one swing them. And one swing again. And we can just swing like crazy. Look, look. Oh, heavy. I'm so excited whenever I play it. I swear to God, it's so addicting, for me at least. Like, the fact it takes one swing to kill them, and you just swing like crazy maniac. You see this, like... What can I say? The Acolyte comes, but like, I never even try to kill them. I just run forward, pressing my melee, and they're gonna die. They either spawn on you or... Oh, I got heavy for him. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Oh. I wanted to click 4, not 5. Kill all of them here. All of them here. All here. All here. And the best thing about Vault as well is you run with that shield in front of you, so... Man, I'm gonna lose all my energy from that shield gate. Stupid hit proc. Yeah, Vault also can shield gate without animation, so... Man, they spawn too slow. Bad layout actually to get that many kills. Here we go. It's just... Like, I don't think anything can match it with, like... This is one of the highest kill per minute builds as well. Just saying. Let's see how much we get combo points back since they flop in. It's quite slow, actually. Outside of the pet hitting, yeah? But doesn't matter really, those combo points. Not if it's not level capped. Level cap, honestly, it's just more HP nowadays. Like, the armor scaling is gone. It's capped on 90%, so... You will just have to swing, like, maybe second time on a mob on level cap to kill it. That's the only difference. But they don't spawn fast enough. No, 752. Bad map, I guess. Or I moved in wrong spots to get more. But let's take a completely different approach to this. Let's take my Gauss. I have a video for him. And we're gonna use this Rivenless loadout with Viral and Electric, since Gauss can provide us with Blast. And that's our loadout for Gauss, Molt Efficiency, Arcane Avenger, full duration basically, that's all I wanted to achieve. But Arcane Avenger is here to get some crit, because we don't have that much strength, since all the mods going into the duration mainly. So our Wrathful Advent is gonna only give us 199, but we don't have any violets, so the critical strike damage gonna be very low. So you can imagine how much more damage you can pull out of that weapon if you make a proper build with any critical multiplier or any proper crit for that matter, and roar to be specific. Roar and ability strength shards, remember, big difference. We have 2 sprint mods here, and we have 1 more sprint mod on our Soma with Amalgam Serration to catch enemies on the spawn, since that's all we gotta do. But we heading this time to Circulus. My god, I didn't start the recording, but yeah, it's already quite poggers, you know, but I cannot get the TennoCreate. I didn't put it, and I have it, okay. And I already have to just chase the enemies, to be fair, so... Slash or not, Riven or not, crit or not, well, it's still gonna wreck them. Cause just some attack speed, and that's all you need. If the first hit won't kill them, the second will. But having this loadout, actually, when I think of it, Viral plus Blast from the thermal transfer would benefit so much from having the Riven with minus slash. Any. Honestly, like any. If you had range on it, and minus slash would be fine, but anything to just remove the slash. Like, slash is just history. Like, it was the best status, but no more. Cause influence does not spread it. You can kinda get the spread on it with Varuna, but can't really count it in. I should have honestly picked not Arcane Avenger, because I didn't pick Discipline. I should have picked Augmented, but does it really matter? Beautiful. Rebuffing real quick. I know that it's a crime to not have the Macrash. I know. All the Gauss mains gonna point it out. I mean, is it still pat? It is still pat. Why they spawn so low? Is it really this fast? Even with this loadout? I mean, it's crazy, not gonna lie. Like, I have to chase them, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? They just... Even this map's kinda semi-decent for it. There's not enough spawning of them. That's what I mean. You know what the most broken thing? That Saren can get far out Predacite to get non-fusing toxin and spread it with this weapon, which is just crazy. Where are they? I need to hit several enemies with my Noctua to get the status duration. Here we go. I mean status duration. I mean ability duration. Here we go. We are fast again. Crazy how, like, thermal transfer can be actually quite debuffed nowadays to melees, since they reworked how it works. It fuses into blast when you have the both buffs, and doesn't fuck up your elementals. Remember that melee swings on Gauss help you charge greatly on the battery, so Gauss pretty much immortal like this. Especially if you have Carnis set on your secondary, which I have on Noctua, and I highly recommend at least one for every frame you play, because it gives you immunity to status. Oh, he didn't get to disable me even. Poor Violence got violated. Boom, heavy, room clear. 45 seconds on Wrathful. I'm always so unused to this loadout because it has so much duration, and my Gauss is invigorated on top of that. I keep getting Gauss invigorations for duration, it's goated. I literally have to wait for them to come, like... I was actually trying to compare this to my loadout for like Gaia and other AoE frames, and Nami solo with most frames that are any fast, they like it's easily competing on the KPM. It's Volt is one of my highest KPMs because of how it works with this particular weapon. But what I would like, it's nice and stuff, but I would aim to get the Riven. The Riven, removing slash, getting values to elementals, just too good. Oh, crit's over. Yeah, I'm so not used to it. It's not even that much crit, but at least it's any crit. How does it do with these guys? Well, pretty nice. So all that's left is to go back to Simu and see how it deals with something that is damage attenuation. Let's spawn Babao and see how Nami gonna deal with them, but first I wanna tell you why I prefer Blast over Viral loadout. Viral is very sketchy nowadays, because most enemies that are very tanky, like those damage attenuated guys, they are immune to Viral. But Blast is reworked, so we can say it's kinda new elemental. It's old elemental, but reworked one. So when you think of it, it might be buggy, and that's exactly what it is. It's very, very buggy, and most enemies don't really like scale the damage attenuation like the 60i boss. Before, I could use Zephyr and Blast loadouts to deal massive amounts of damage to him in a single hit. So Blast is, I just love the fact that it finally works so well, how it works, and I just love it taking all things together. But especially the Viral, like most enemies being immune to it, is starting to get on my nerves to build Viral everywhere. So mostly I just get Viral off of Nourish, or I just have Viral when I face Corrupted for the straight up damage bonus to the Corrupted that you get from Viral. Outside of this, I'm not really a fan that much anymore of Viral. It's of course the best elemental, but I always can get my Panzer for it or anything else. So that's why I keep my Blast loadouts nearly everywhere. But enough of yapping, let's see how it's gonna deal with the damage attenuated guys. My god, the FPS is gone. We just have to hit them enough times. Actually, these units might, you know, flop easier when we use a different frame. And I meant Saren, we're gonna use the same loadout Volt has, just without the spring loaded, because we need that electric. And we're gonna use Zatas on Saren. And of course we bring in Saren's best friend, which is the Pharaoh Predacite for that toxin that does not fuse. So we have extra toxin procs, the first ones from Toxic Lash and the ones we're gonna get from the buff. And let's see. We need some combo points. She should be dealing with them faster because of the toxin, but I guess, yeah. Let's see with the combo points, because apparently the shields went off faster, which I'm quite surprised for, but one more time. Oh, it doesn't go to the shield anymore, or am I? Wait, let me try with Roar actually, because Roar seems like, well, I'm trying to make this weapon a bit weaker, because picking Roar is such a cheat in my head. Like when I think of it, just using Roar loadout is such a cheat to it. But yeah, let's see. The weapon's broken enough not to use Roar, but when it comes to damage attenuation, not much we can do about it. Here we go. The toxin works here, then the HP moves. Yeah, but the shield's still gone faster. Such a silly mechanic this is. We got way too much damage, so they had to pull up this shit. But well, let's see how the toxin looks like on Saren with these two things. Where's my toxic puddle buff? Do I have it? I have it. Oh, they... Okay, was it... Wait, don't tell me one swing is enough because of the toxin. Ain't no way. It's not even worth to hit them several times. What? Okay. Interesting, let me see that shit again. No, that heavy swing being multi-hit fucked me up, but I really wanted to turn it into the Incarnon form. Or maybe heavy swing. It's actually better not to hit them several times because of the attenuation. That's quite interesting. He nearly died from that toxic dot. But okay, I hope I can use them to actually see how many toxin procs I'm gonna get with this setup. But quite interesting game, not gonna lie. It just shows how stupid this mechanic is. Come here, give me the buff. Here we go. How many toxin is there? Wow. Wow. Okay. That is a lot of toxin procs. If they wouldn't be damage attenuated, they would be taking probably damage in trillions at that point. Before we end the video, I have one more message to all of you, and this is probably the most important message I can ever send to anyone playing Warframe. Because in reality, what's best in Warframe is very subjective, because what's the best weapon for you is the one that you like the most. All the loadouts can be made godly, so all that really matters is that you like the weapon. Like my favorites, and like I think my one true love is Siam. Although killing with it is way slower, the Riven disposition way lower, and well, you gotta put all these factors when you want to, like, without getting some preferences, like towards your favorite weapon. If you want to look on something objectively, it's clear that Nami is the best weapon. It has everything that you need for it, and main parts of it is the Riven disposition and the speed. Because Warframe's looter shooter, the faster you are, the better it is. But not everyone cares about it, so you don't have to listen to anyone on YouTube telling you that's the best weapon, especially when someone tells you that your favorite weapon is dog shit. Like, just tell him to shut the fuck up if you want, it doesn't fucking matter. If you like the weapon, just play the weapon, because that gives you fun. If it's your favorite weapon, it gives you fun. And that is all that matters. And that's all from me for now, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, see you on the next one.